Hello folks, Resident FIFA here, and yes, you read the title correctly if you read it at all. Full manual with an invisible ball. If you are unaware, there has been a glitch in FIFA 13, I don't know if it's been there since the beginning, or if it came in by accident with one of the patches, but where basically you can end up with the ball not showing up on the pitch for the entire game. You can see here, or I suppose you can't see here, the ball at all. You sort of can guess where it's going from the crosses and where the camera goes, but you can't actually tell for sure exactly what's going on. And this was just too funny, I had to upload this. So I had a friend round last night and we were playing FIFA. I was using full manual, of course. He was using some other controls, which we won't speak of. And we ended up with this invisible ball glitch. It's the first time it's ever happened to me. This was offline, so I'm Barcelona, with the blue indicator. He's Real Madrid. And, yeah, I decided, why not show you some of the highlights of... We actually ended up playing 3 games. So, this was really, really, really weird. I mean, it took us a while to get used to, but we actually did do some good stuff. This here, honestly, I still can't believe now that I did this. If you know, you can sort of maybe tell roughly where the ball's going, but Xavi threw from a beautiful build-up and Busquets heads it into the empty net. That was an 8 or 9 pass move, flowing move, full manual, without a ball even there. Was it a good finish? Should the keeper have saved it? I've got no idea. But the fact is, as far as I was concerned, it went in. And to be honest, this was the most fun I've had playing FIFA in absolutely ages. I really did. I mean, both of us, because it was so daft, we just couldn't stop laughing for most of the time. And just there, that's just me showing, yes, indeed, I did just do that with full manual. So I imagine that when God created the universe, if indeed he did, if indeed he exists, whatever, I imagine that's how he felt when I just did that. But my friend also was willing to pass it around. He was starting to get the hang of roughly where the ball was going. And he got an equaliser, plays it wide to Di Maria, who crosses it in, and very similar sort of goal. Ozil heads it into the empty net. Should Valdez have had it? Possibly. I don't know. I've no idea whether or not it was a good header, whether or not he got anywhere near it or not. And that was the really weird thing. To be honest, I've seen people who've ended up with getting this glitch in online matches, which must be absolutely horrible. When you've actually got the ball, and when you're in control of it, I'd say it's not too bad. But when you don't have it, that's when it's an absolute nightmare to tell what's going on. Into extra time, he actually ended up getting a winner. He managed to sprint away. My defence was nowhere. Cristiano Ronaldo putting the ball into the empty net, giving him a 2-1 win at the death. He was quite happy about it. I think that's why the controller cut out. So that was the first game, and I sort of thought, well, what we didn't know was if we restarted the match, whether or not the invisible ball would still be there or not. We weren't sure whether or not it was just a sort of one-off thing. There might be a way to sort of trigger this deliberately. It might be if you use a specific ball or specific teams in a specific stadium or whatever, then maybe you can trigger it on purpose. But we tried a second game, and indeed we did keep the invisible ball, so we decided to do a best of 3. And another nice little build-up, but then a lucky break. Somehow the ball got through, and Messi managing to roll it into the bottom corner of the net. I mean, this was just weird. What sort of happened in the build-up there is when you got any sort of situation where it hit another player, and that match finished 1-0, so we went into the third match. When it hit another player, you really did completely lose track of where the ball was if you didn't get a yellow cross. When you're on the ball, it's kind of... You can sort of still tell just about what's happening, but if you take a bad first touch and stuff, it's kind of hard to figure out. But we have here another flowing passing move with Barcelona. Bush gets to Pedro, and Pedro manages to take the ball around the goalkeeper, even though I can't see it. That is just pure guesswork, really. I had to take a total guess at where it was, and Casillas, I suppose if you can't see it, kind of understandably missed it. And it went somewhere in the middle of the goal, we think, based on where it hit the net. So that was 1-0 in this third game, tied at 1 game all. If I sound a bit sniffy, by the way, I apologise. I have a bit of a cold. And it was really, by the third game, it was surprising the stuff we could do. Another good build-up. Messi in on goal and taking around the goalkeeper again. Casillas doesn't have a clue where that ball is, and Messi just about finding the back of the net. We think, based on the replay, this one just crept into the far corner before the defender got there, because it certainly didn't seem to have a lot of power on it. I mean, it's Messi on his weaker foot, so he probably scuffed it a bit, but it did sneak in. However, that game was not over there. This time, my friend's turn to do a good build-up, albeit with the controls of which we shall not speak. But it was really hard to defend. That was what was very difficult, because you can't sort of tell when to tackle. But a good little move, near post cross, and Callejon nipping in at the near post to nod it past Valdez. Personally, I think he should have probably saved that one. It was so easily within his grasp. Maybe, I don't know. 2-1, and that wasn't the end of it. Clear the ball, and on the breakaway, Messi to Iniesta, and it was really surprising how good the how good my passing managed to be. David Villa chips a through ball over the top to Messi, crosses it to Pedro, who nods it into the empty net. Casillas had a bit of a nightmare in this game. Should he have got there? Maybe. I guess we'll never know. But I just had to show you that. So I actually ended up winning 2 games against someone using semi-assisted or assisted with full manual with an invisible ball. That is the ultimate challenge. I've done challenges in the past. As far as I'm concerned, that is the ultimate challenge. Whether or not I can deliberately trigger that and try and beat someone online or not, I honestly don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you've had the invisible ball glitch, please tell me. I'd be interested to hear. If you've had it online in particular, I'd like to know. I was going to bring you a new Road to Manual Mastery today, but I pushed that back to Monday because of this, so hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you're playing FIFA again, play manual with an invisible ball. Honestly, the most fun I've had in FIFA in ages. You should try it. Thanks, guys.